Hello, it is Tuesday, which on Quiet as Mouse means that it is Reviews Day Tuesday, and this week it is time for the Quiet as Mouse book club. Today I am reviewing The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. This book was actually recommended to me on this channel, so thank you very much for that. One of the many joys I find in this channel is getting recommendations for things, so please always feel free to leave me recommendations for books and films and TV and music. I can't promise that I will get to them with any speed, because this is me we're talking about, but you can be almost certain that I will be planning on getting to them at some point. The Perks of Being a Wallflower was published in 1999. It is an epistolary novel. It is told in the form of letters from Charlie, the wallflower of the title, to an anonymous stranger. Charlie is starting his first year of high school. I think he's 15 when the novel starts, and we follow him as he navigates his new school, makes some friends, deals with his family, and tries to come to terms with two traumatic events from his past: the suicide of his only friend a year before, and the death of his favourite aunt in childhood. Firstly, I love the epistolary form as a novel form, so I was immediately happy when I started reading this book and saw that it was in the form of letters. I haven't read any books in that form for a while. I think the last was probably Dracula, although We Need to Talk About Kevin was letters, I think. So that would be the last one. Anyway, it means that the book zips along, it has some pace to it. We only get the important bits of Charlie's life, or rather the bits that Charlie thinks are important and wants to write down. Of course, the downside of this is we see everything through a Charlie filter, which in many ways is interesting because sometimes the reader will notice something that Charlie doesn't, and it leads to this nice conflict, this nice texture. But it does also mean that I kind of didn't get to know some of the other characters as well as I would have liked to. For instance, Charlie's friends Patrick and Sam, I love them as characters, but I only get to see of them what Charlie sees of them. Similarly, his English teacher / mentor, Mr. Anderson. Charlie as a character is a very good one, I thought. He's an interesting narrator. He's shy and sensitive, he suffers from mental illness, he has trouble relating to people and participating in life. I enjoyed getting to know him as a character and seeing his world through his eyes and seeing the people around him through his eyes. It has a lot of universal themes that people would relate to, I think, especially teenagers. Charlie goes through a lot of things in high school that others would recognise, like the cliquey nature and trying to make friends and find a place, relationships, new discoveries, family. It can be pretty intense and sad. It tackles some difficult subjects, like abuse, mental, physical, sexual, suicide. For the most part, I think these subjects are handled sensitively. There were also other themes addressed, like drugs and sexuality. I enjoyed this book. It was a good read. It was an easy read and it was involving. There's also an element of nostalgia involved. It's set in the early 90s and there are a lot of cultural references, Rocky Horror, for instance. I wouldn't say the story is unique entirely. I wouldn't say that it filled a hole in my book reading experience. Does that make sense? But it tackled some important and difficult things, and I thought it did it really well for the most part. I will give The Perks of Being a Wallflower 3.9 out of 5. So the next books I will be talking about on the Quiet as Mouse book club. On the 6th of September I will be reviewing Brave New World, and on the 20th of September I will be reviewing Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom. I'm really looking forward to reading this book. That's it for today. I would love to know what you think about The Perks of Being a Wallflower if you have read it. I do plan on watching the film, hopefully soon. I really want to see it. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you later on in the week.